You're listening to the Marketing Funnel Show, episode number 16. You've heard people promising instant success and almost guaranteed returns with Facebook ads, but I'm here to tell you there's a whole lot more to it than just testing out some ads while praying for results. And you can lose money fast if you're not careful. So let's talk about the real truth with Facebook ads and marketing funnels. Welcome to the Marketing Funnel Show. I'm your host, Michelle Evans, and this is the podcast for coaches, experts, and online business owners to learn how to go from simply surviving to sold out using the power of marketing funnels. All right, let's jump into today's show. Hey, welcome back to today's show. Facebook ads. This is one of my favorite topics. I love Facebook ads, especially once you have a marketing funnel in place. In fact, please do not ever do Facebook ads unless you have at least a basic funnel. It's a total waste of money, time, and effort. In fact, if you're wondering if your business is ready for Facebook ads, I actually have a quiz all about Facebook ads, and you can take it. I'll link to it in today's show notes. And it's a really fast and easy quiz, and it'll tell you if you're ready for Facebook ads or not. But here's the part that a lot of people don't tell you about Facebook ads, and I'm going to tell you. You shouldn't just do Facebook ads either. So even if you're ready, you shouldn't just do them. Facebook ads should be a piece of your lead generation strategy. Let me break this down for you. The other day on Facebook, I saw someone bragging to the world about their latest ad results. So with their Facebook ads. And I see this all the time. And usually it's somebody who's kind of backdoor trying to either get people to see their ads so that they'll opt in for their lead magnet or their program or whatever, or it's somebody who does Facebook ads who's trying to brag about what they, the results they get for people. And for the most part, I kind of stay out of these because I can call BS on a lot of stuff. But this one really bothered me because this person made a lot of big claims and was basically saying, like, if you're not getting these kind of results, you're stupid. In not so many words, but that's basically the gist of it. And it really bothered me because their post really focused on the amount that they paid for the clicks to their opt-in page, which I have to tell you, when somebody comes to me to do Facebook ads, I actually have a bunch of different calculators that I can use so that we can figure out what the metrics should be, so that they don't overpay for their ads. But we take a look at how much can we pay for an ad click, how much can we pay for an opt-in, how much can we pay for a lead, all that kind of stuff. And it depends. It really depends. And so when I hear people saying, hey, I'm getting, $2 leads, is that good or bad? I'm like, I don't know. Who are you targeting? How much is your offer? Like, there's a lot of variables in there. So it's really just saying that in a vacuum, I actually don't know. And so this person was saying, hey, I'm getting 10-cent clicks on my ad. And I was like, okay, that's great. And people in the Facebook group, because of how this person was positioning it, were all gaga and saying things like, wow, how did you do that? What was your targeting? Show us your ad and the creative, which was what this person was trying to get at. They were trying to get people to see their ad so that they could get more opt-ins. I could see right through what they were doing. They wanted to see the formula for their headline, like, show us all, And I was just like, ugh, because the people in the group were getting sucked in and they were thinking that, that 10 cents for a click was great. I mean, we have no idea. Was this the right audience? Was it I'm going to go through a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't know. We didn't know if people were opting in. We don't know any of that stuff, right? They wanted to know the winning formula for the ad, and they were 100% focused on what are the tactics to make that ad. But not me. I wanted to know a lot of other things. I wanted to know what other lead generation activities they were doing. Like, did they do any podcast interviews? Did they do any guest blogging? Did they do any media mentions? Did they do any joint venture partnerships? Did they do any speaking or Google ads or more? What other ad types were they running to create a warmed up audience? What was their pixeled audience behind the scenes? So was this for a warm audience or a cold audience? That makes a giant difference in your ad costs and in your click-through rates. What was your current website traffic? What was the are these leads converting into anything? Are they just clicking through and clicking off your site, or are they actually opting in on the page? Or are they just, once they opt in, are they just sitting on your email list, or are they engaging and more? Like, just getting a 10-cent click doesn't actually tell us anything. You see, because when people shout out about these sexy results and they just give you this one tiny little snapshot and you don't get to see anything else, you need to get really specific about, okay, what else happened with that? Otherwise, you may try to duplicate the results. You may think that those are the results you should be getting, and I put like finger quotes around the should. And you might start to feel like a loser because maybe your results don't look like that. And it's not your fault. It's because they're only showing you the highlight reel and they're leaving out the behind the scenes stuff that they did to produce those results. The unsexy stuff. The stuff that maybe didn't produce as great of results. And they're just showing you like one tiny little snapshot in time that looked really sexy and cool. In the next few episodes, I'm going to break down what it means to build a really great Facebook ad funnel that works in conjunction with your marketing funnel so that you're no longer in the dark, because these two work hand in hand. And when you get them working together, it is just phenomenal for your business. But I don't want to mislead you. Like, this isn't just something where, 10-cent ad clicks and suddenly, money is rolling in while you're frolicking on the beach. It just doesn't work like that. So, do not listen to me like that. I'm going to break this down for you. I've got some, checklists and downloads and all sorts of stuff for you so that you can start to get a better, fuller picture of what a true Facebook ad strategy looks like in conjunction with a marketing funnel. And today, because I don't want you to be in the dark. I don't want you to get sucked into these highlight reel sexy posts, right? I don't want you to go, oh my gosh, I'm a total loser because I don't get results like that, because it is just not true. These people are just sucker punching you. And I've fallen for it in the past, especially when I was first starting to do Facebook ads, like back in 2013, 2014. I would fall for those too. And then I started doing a lot more ads, and I was like, there's something fishy here. Like, these people are not telling the truth, because there's something that I'm not finding out. And then over time, as I was doing more and more and took tons and tons of courses on Facebook ads and whatnot, I just started understanding a lot more about what was happening. And now I've done Facebook ads, not just for my own business, but for hundreds of other people and their businesses. And so I have the pleasure of understanding a lot more about people's highlight reels and what it truly takes to get good results behind the scenes. So we're going to take you out of the dark and help you understand what a true Facebook ad strategy looks like in conjunction with your marketing funnel. So let's start today with the overall strategy. So this is kind of episode 1. We'll go through a few episodes here where I break it down for you. But today we're going to start at the top. And I've made a downloadable PDF for you to grab so that you have a visual to follow along with for this episode and the next few episodes that'll take you through this strategy. So you can grab that at themarketingfunnelshow.com/16 for your copy of the strategy so that you can, download it, have it in front of you, take notes on it, whatever you want to do. All right, let's start with this. First, Most people make a huge mistake with Facebook ads in only wanting to do ads that lead to something. They want to be takers on Facebook, basically. They only want to do an ad that either leads to like a lead magnet, so they want people to opt in, they want people to join their webinar, or they want to do a sale. But if you're a total stranger, if you're getting in front of people who have never heard of you, who are like, I have no idea if you're the real deal or not, you're just some random little picture on Facebook and you're a total stranger to me, most people will totally ignore you. I like to think of it as like the guy at the baseball stadium who's running around shouting up and down the aisles of the seats, get your peanuts here. And like, the vast majority of people watching the baseball game are like, dude, I'm just here to watch the baseball game. I'm going to go, to get my food at the concession stand when I'm ready. Like, just leave me alone and stop walking up and down and yelling. And thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people just ignore him. I mean, a few people might take him up on the offer, but for the most part, he just yells his little heart out and people ignore him. When you try to run around on Facebook, just boosting your posts to say like, come read my blog post and opt in, or grab my lead magnet, or join my webinar, or whatever, that's what you're doing. You're basically saying, like, you're a stranger saying, hey, come get my thing, and people are just going to ignore you. Instead, to make Facebook ads work for you, you need to have a more holistic and three-part approach, three-part system that works with the other things you're doing in your marketing funnel. And really what you need to have is a little more patience. So let me break down the system here, because it's really not that hard, especially once I break it down. But you really do need to be a little more patient, put a little more of you into the first part, and then just trust that things are good, that you're going to have a system in place to help drive the rest of it through. And I'm going to break it down so that you understand at least how I approach it with me and my clients, and how I teach it in Build Your Funnel Bootcamp in my course, because it works really, really well. So in part one, I like to call that the warm-up part. Then we have part two. It's invite them in, invite people in. And then in part three, we're going to offer more. And that's really how simple it is. We're going to warm them up, we're going to invite them in, and we're going to offer them more. And that's how it works with Facebook ads. So let's just go over this at a high level, and then in the next episode, I'm gonna go a lot deeper into part one, and then in 2 episodes I'll go a lot deeper in part 2, and then in 3 episodes I'll go a lot deeper in part 3. So we're gonna break this down quite a bit in the next few episodes. So part 1, at a high level, the warm up. This is the piece that most people completely 100% skip over, because they either don't want to spend the time and money, or they've never ever thought about doing it. But this is where the Facebook marketing ninjas make magic happen. This warm-up phase is exactly that. You're just warming up your audience. It's you being a giver first. It's you getting in front of new eyeballs who start to become familiar with you, who suddenly can't wait to hit the love button during your Facebook Lives, who start to look forward to watching and commenting and sharing videos that you post. It's you putting your thoughts, your point of view, and some great content out there first before you're asking anything of them in return. It's you being brave. It's you saying, you know what, I'm going to put some little nuggets out there. And this doesn't have to be you like teaching in depth or anything. It's just you putting some little nuggets out there that people can go, okay, maybe here she's got some stuff that maybe I want to listen to a little bit more. That's kind of interesting. I might want to pay attention to this person. I think of this phase as if you were running around your town giving a quick talk to eager rooms full of people. But the bonus is you don't have to leave your house or even put on pants if you don't want to, quite frankly. But this is the key. You're not just giving stuff away willy-nilly. You're going to do this with a major strategy in place. When you know how to use Facebook, you can create some great back-end custom audiences. So you can come back around and talk to those same people in the next phase of your Facebook funnel, but they didn't have to do anything other than kind of passively consume your content. Like they just had to watch a video or click the like button or the love button or whatever. Like they just had to kind of engage with your Facebook content as if they would normally engage with content on Facebook. You weren't demanding that they do something, right? And that's how you start to warm them up, because you're not saying, hey, you got to give me your email address if you want to go further, right? And so you do that for a little bit. You spend a little bit of time at the front end warming them up, and now we're ready to move into phase 2. And the best part is that you can totally automate this in Facebook. So you set it up once, you do the work once, and it just works automatically on the back end. But I digress. So let me tell you about how phase 2, the invite them in, works. So in phase 1, we just talked about that. They've gotten familiar with you. They know a little bit about who you are and what you stand for. They know a bit about, whatever you offer. Hopefully you've shown some personality, maybe a little peek into your results or something that you do that gets them excited. So now in phase 2, we're just going to invite them in. We're going to offer them a way to commit to take action with you now that you're not just some random stranger demanding that they give you your email, right? I mean, now you've given them some videos or just, whatever. I think video works the best because they can see your face, they can hear your voice, they can get a feel for your energy. You just become known to them. If you're not comfortable with video, I want to urge you to just be brave. Just try it out. These don't have to be gorgeous videos. They don't have to be well produced. In fact, a lot of times the ugly videos work really well, like with on your phone with a crazy background. One of my Facebook ad clients, she did this video. She was at an outdoor spot. Cars kept going by. Like the audio wasn't that great, but she was speaking from her heart, and that video performed so well for her audience because she was just being her. And so I always say, like, ugly video, and not that she was ugly, but just it wasn't well produced, right? It was just her being her in that moment. And I always just say ugly videos work really well. So don't worry about it being perfect. But just worry about connecting and engaging with people. And then invite them in, invite them to take you up on something and get a little bit further into what you're doing. And do you see how that's different than most Facebook marketing strategies where you're just like, okay, what lead magnet should I have? What should my headline be? Who should I be targeting for this? Instead of, trying to game the system and figure out what clickbaity kind of headline to have, why not build up some trust and rapport with people first and then just invite them in? And if they don't take you up on it, just keep building up trust and rapport and, maybe offer something else. But that's a lot different than trying to game the system and then trying to take the shortest route possible to their wallet. And most people, they start at that phase because they're worried that their ads won't work. They're worried that they're going to waste money. And the warm-up ads, they don't have to cost that much money. A lot of warm-up ads that I do for clients, we're talking that the ads might cost less than 10 cents, maybe less than 5 cents, some people less than 3 cents for a 3-second video view. Sometimes less than 10 cents for like a 30-second video view once you get the right audiences in place. It can be really a powerful way to build people who are really engaged with you. And it's a lot easier to get people to hand over their email address when they know who you are and they're already like, yeah, I'm kind of into what he or she is saying. I'm kind of on board with, this message that they have. But it's really tough to get people to hand over their email addresses when you're a total unknown, when you're just like this random person that's trying to come up with hooky headlines that are kind of clickbaity, and they're like, God, I've seen that before. I don't need more email in my inbox. You know what I mean? It's just a different feeling, a different intention. And it really makes a difference in how they engage with your marketing funnel, because once they opt in, now they're going to be in your marketing funnel. And then it's time to really deepen that relationship. So this is when your marketing funnel is critical, because now you've spent this upfront time to kind of warm them up. Now they've given you their name and email address. So now it's time to connect and engage and paint the possibility for what's to come in your next phase, and just continue that deepening the relationship. So in phase 3, which is offer more, now you're ready to jump into the sales phase. So phase 2 kind of leads into phase 3. And now we're kind of combining the Facebook funnel and the marketing funnel. So Facebook ads alone probably won't get you sales unless you have like a really inexpensive item. And a marketing funnel alone may not get you sales. But combined and working together to take your customers on this journey, this can be a really powerful combination. And in this phase, in phase 3, you're really all about showing the value that you can offer to them, and the outcomes and the transformation and the proof of what you've got to offer. So can you see how this approach to Facebook ads is really, really different than, just hitting the boost button on your latest opt-in, or just running an ad for your webinar as a total unknown, which is what a lot of people out there are doing and what a lot of people out there are teaching. And I just don't do it. It will be a waste of money, a waste of time. And you just, even if people do take action on it, they're not going to engage at the same level with your marketing funnel as they will when you spend that little bit of time and effort up front to warm them up. All right. Be sure to download the Facebook strategy checklist that goes with today's podcast episode, and keep it for the next few weeks, where I'll go a bit deeper into each of the phases and what kind of content you'll want to create to make the phases work really well for you. So don't miss that. All right. So once you discover the power in marketing funnels to really build up that audience and really kind of take them from those Facebook ads and move them on towards the sale and help them see you as the person they want to buy from, you're going to wonder why you ever wasted time just randomly doing marketing. Instead, you'll know exactly how to build your tribe of buyers. Want to know which marketing funnel is right for you and your business? Well, I've created a totally free and easy quiz to help you figure that out. So head on over to today's show notes at themarketingfunnelshow.com/16. And in less than 5 minutes, you'll know exactly which funnel is right for you. And I'll also link to the download for the strategy that I talk about today. All right, I'll see you on next week's show. Bye.